What's up, guys? We're live from the Brojo for another episode of Damn Game Boys. Insert funny chip tune here.
You're setting markers for yourself?
Yes. Yes,
Trying to eliminate work because our intros drag out sometimes.
I am Kia, not Keith, and I am here today with the regular group of vagabonds.
Yeah,
sure.
Vagabonds?
Vagabonds.
The fuck's a ragamuffin?
Ragamuffin, vagabond, take a pick.
That ain't me.
Tough guys.
Still not me.
Okay,
I
whatever.
don't think we'd be intimidating a
The
lot of
quartet. We have the quartet here.
people. We've got like Asian businessman.
But I'm wearing my glasses.
I mean, he could very well interrupt
we'll
the
just
market.
end right
Gil's
there.
haircut looks like every 80s anime protagonist back in
Not
the
even
day.
a haircut.
He's got an 80s
I
anime
need to
Protagonist,
protagonist.
because his hair's like the kind of poofy dark hair, kind of slick to the side.
I'm just kind of white
Racist.
trash. I don't know about
Okay.
racist.
Okay.
That'd be assuming a lot. I'll do white trash though.
That assumes racism, though.
No, it fucking doesn't.
In
Does
the
it?
Venn diagram of racism, white trash is in.
I feel like that's commonly misplaced. I feel like you find more racism at higher levels.
Just because someone lives in a trailer park doesn't make them a racist.
That's very true.
Like the type of people like Donald Trump, where he's like, man, throw all the Mexicans back over the wall.
Or
I don't
just
see him living in a fucking trailer.
Okay, touche. We're not gonna get political here, but yes.
I don't know what the fuck you are. You don't get a description.
Okay, that's understandable.
I get to be a businessman.
Welcome to the classiest podcast on the internet, the
Yeah,
Low
what a
Shit
classy way
Bros
to
Damn
start.
Game Boys.
Yeah, classy.
So, what have you guys
Called
been
myself
playing
white
lately?
trash.
Zach, I'm playing Undead Nightmare and I haven't beat it because I have a headache.
Well, kind of. That was only today, though. The other times is because it keeps glitching out, so their heads disappear and their arms.
And then you can't shoot them brains?
No, it's because then I mistake regular civilians with the zombies.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So then the survivors shoot at me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And it pisses me off every time.
See, what you didn't know is he got the headache from also doing like high-level calculus at the same time.
Which he can now do with his glasses.
That just adds
yes, I
plus
can.
2
Give me a
intelligence,
notepad, thank
apparently.
you.
Okay, that's understandable. And you liked the story of the Red Dead, right? It was fun.
Yep.
It was enjoyable.
Totally pumped for Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's good. Gil, did you play anything new, or are you still?
I played a little bit of Kirby on Monday, but that's about as far as I got.
That's okay.
I've been
Is
watching
that new, or is it just the same game over and over?
I get further a little bit every time, okay, Eli? Stop judging me. I did
It's
watch.
like one level cleared, and he's like, "I'm gonna go to bed." 3 weeks later, I'm gonna beat another level.
Hey, I at least do 2 levels at the very least.
That's
2.
the very least.
That's kind of like me in Undead Nightmare right now, actually.
No levels.
And that's just because where would
Well,
I
but
find
kind
the
of
time?
It's just running around and shooting people.
There's a story intertwined.
I mean, there is a story, so just missions. Anyway, what?
Also, we're saving 2 towns, but...
I mean, the most exciting my week's gone is watching John play Kingdom Hearts.
Remix edition
Yeah, the remix edition.
of the latest one.
The first one.
Sounds
No,
boring as
1.5.
fuck.
1.5, yeah.
Okay. Is that the one that comes with the chain memories or whatever?
Yes, but I think he's got the one that's the 2-pack that includes both 1.5 and 2.5, so he basically just has it all.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You know what's really shitty about that? It's like,
Kingdom Hearts.
yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming out for the Xbox, but there's no showing of they're gonna do a re-release for the Xbox for the first 2.80 games that they have. It's just only staying on PlayStation, but the sequel is going to the Xbox One. So it's just kind of like,
I mean, the rights for that are probably all sorts of fucked.
yeah, because it was a Sony predominant product back in the early 2000s. So no, that's
Final Fantasy.
But that was the thing. That was the thing that got me is it is coming. It's legitimately coming to Xbox One. I was when it first came out last year, I was like, people are just putting it on Amazon just because it says Kingdom Hearts.
Fun fact, it has a special edition that's $229.
Does it not come with a fucking game? Because
It comes with the game, it comes with the
stench.
steelbook, It actually comes with 3 figures. Based on the 3 figures.
Are they the size of like those Wii?
No, I think they're like
makes
pretty
a year.
decent.
Is it Sora and his different forms?
No, it's Sora, Donald, and
Good
Goofy
night,
while
dreams.
they're in the Toy Story forms.
Of fucking course. No, my thing about dude, some of those pre-orders are fucking crazy because like some of the pre-orders you don't get the game, you get the fucking steelbook. That's all you get.
Fuck, was it Saints? One of the Saints Rows, you could buy a pre-order bundle, and it was. I think it was a Lambo, but I do not remember. But yeah, it cost like fucking $900,000. I think they sold 6 of them.
Wasn't there a pre-order bonus where there was like a giant statue that came with it too?
Those are common.
I think that was
Not common, but
Assassin's Creed.
Origins had one.
Yeah.
It was the Falcon.
I think that was the one
that
you're
might have
thinking
been
of.
it.
Yeah. That
Turns
was-
out they do the same thing with Odyssey,
Yeah.
but they include a giant statue of a Roman soldier to put in front of your house.
Yeah, because apparently there's Spartan there in that game. The more I'm seeing stuff for it,
what?
I could just
you're a
see
Spartan
someone
in
with
the
that
new
statue.
game.
I mean,
Inside
you're
of the
Greek.
house.
Yeah, no, but like that's the thing. And Eli, you have some actually interesting news about the games you played because you found something that you talked about on one of the podcasts. An RTS game. And
Oh,
it was-
just the fucking Star Wars RTS game? Yeah, I don't remember its name, though.
Oh. Did you buy it?
Yeah, no, I own it because it's $2. I found it, God, probably like a week ago, and then Steam Summer Sale just kicked up. So I bought a total of 8 games for $60, of which one game was 45 of them. So that's fun.
What was the $45 game?
Warhammer 2. Total War Warhammer 2.
And so what are you playing lately then?
Total War Warhammer 2.
Did you
been-
enjoy the RTS game though? Have you played it yet?
I have not played it yet. However, I've been building a new computer, and so I have to re-download a shitload of stuff.
Uh-huh. Did you read some of the Steam reviews of it?
The RTS?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's not really a Star Wars game on there with bad reviews.
Well,
I also don't take much stock in Steam reviews. I pretty much seek out the bad ones, and then if it's stuff like, oh, the graphics are pretty shitty on this game made in 2004, then it's like, alright, then the game's probably fucking fine. People are just dumb as shit.
Dude, I love reading Steam reviews though. Some of them are funny as fuck some days.
Some are okay.
Man, have you ever gone to like when I really want to feel bad about myself, I go to the Five Nights at Freddy's Steam review page and just read them all. Because it's either super conspiracies or super like, I hate this game, it's dumb.
You have told me that before.
Dude, I love going to any kind of like page, Tumblr feeds and reviews and stuff and reading comments. They just make me laugh.
So Reddit.
Yeah. Reddit's probably my go-to one. I always thought of like if I ever do a Let's Play, I would just not talk
Let's
about.
play Reddit.
No, I would like have someone play a game and we would read like fan fiction from that game while we play the game.
Didn't we do that with John one time?
No, we were thinking about. We had that conversation once. Is that like?
But you started reading it when he was playing Dark Souls, though.
What's
Like
that?
we were recording it, and you were reading fan fiction.
I don't
Oh
remember
man, I can't
that.
remember.
Yeah, I
It
don't
was
remember
me, you, Eli, and John.
Okay.
Sorry if Keen was doing that, he was drunk.
No, he was completely
Anyway,
sober.
I've been playing Halo Reach on Legendary, just by myself. To do
You're a
it.
badass.
Well, no, but I just Halo in
Yeah,
Infinity
it's
came
Infinite's
out,
coming,
and now
yeah.
I've been playing back through, and a while back I'd started playing through all the games on Legendary, and I just kind of switched between them, gauging off like if one of them pisses me off, I'll go to the other one.
Then we go
'Cause they
into
piss
our
me off.
trailers, and the first trailer is Ink.
I got.
Interesting concept. It reminds me of Super Meat Boy, however,
Yes.
I was just thinking of Splatoon because of the ink.
which is not a bad thing.
Super Meat Boy is such a good game to me. Like as much as people really like the Binding of Isaac, I really like the Super Meat Boy game, the previous game they created. I find that platform to be a lot more interesting, and it's also probably because I watched the indie game movie that really brought up what Super Meat Boy was about. That makes me give a lot more respect to that. Because like that was when they first started out. They didn't have any money and they had to reach all these deadlines and stuff for it. Watch it sometime. It's $9 on Steam. I know that seems too expensive for you.
It seems absolutely too expensive. I'm not doing that. I'd rather just watch it while I'm here on yours.
Okay, fine. I'll hook the HDMI sometime and we'll watch it. It's actually an interesting movie, and I think you'd get a kick out of it. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it.
Super Meat Boy?
Indie Game, the movie.
I've heard of it. I've seen it.
It's really interesting. It actually brings an insight of like video game designers, and like it probably made Phil Fish look like a big douche and like ruined his. It did. Like I feel like Phil Fish got his career ruined after that because there was a lot of controversy of like at the time it was being filmed, him and his partner were having a business divorce. And so in the movie it said all rights were given away by the partner to not be seen, and the partner's like, no one told me that I couldn't be seen in the movie. No one told me they were making this movie, or I would have given my opinions about the game. And so that was a controversy. So it's very interesting.
Well,
So-
we'll never get Fez 2 anyway.
Yeah, because he Twitter meltdown. Oh, that was a good time. I'm sorry, Phil Fish. Like, Phil Fish was just kind of like the Nickelback of the gaming community at the time. They don't hate Nickelback as a band, they hate Nickelback as the concept.
Yeah.
And so that's basically what happened to Phil Fish. Phil Fish was the Nickelback of...
I like Nickelback.
I know, that's what I mean. Like,
For as
Nickelback's-
much as people
yeah.
bitch about me not liking popular things,
Yeah.
somebody's got to be fucking listening to them. They make a lot of money.
Then we go
Yeah.
to Canada. Then we go into Arc Extinction. And Eli, you're a Arc player.
Yeah, I sure am.
This is about dinosaurs, or am I wrong here?
No, I mean, Ark is about dinosaurs.
The extinction pack that they were bringing up.
I don't know, because I read the description, and then I tried to look at the comments below, which all just said, fix the fucking game. I'm not even fucking joking. They all said that. I was just like, oh, nothing on what this could be. No theories.
Fix the
there's
fucking game.
Well, there's like that huge monster that like comes up and looks over the cliff at you, and it's fucking giant compared to anything that's ever been in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just wondering if people had thoughts on that, and it was just like, nope, fix the game.
Everyone just hates it.
But yeah, it looks like they've done more of the technology type shit,
Mm-hmm.
which they kind of started in Aberration, like really delving into what they could do past just like, oh, we've got laser guns. Now it's like, we've got fucking wingsuits and teleporters and stupid bullshit. And just, yeah.
I just saw that creature and thought of the Violator from Spawn.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
So, yeah.
does that mean, do you think you're going to get back to playing Ark because of this? Or
Not until they fix the fucking game.
So here's my thing with Ark, is that now that I have a computer that could run it, I'd prefer to play it on my computer than on my Xbox.
Oh, and you bought it for your Xbox, didn't
And I
you?
own it and Scorched Earth and Aberration on the Xbox. So, you know, I could look at it on the Steam sale, but then I run into the problem of which of my friends have it on computer and not just Xbox. So, I don't know, probably not. Maybe someday.
Okay, that's understandable. Then we go to Mutant Year Zero, and this is the gameplay trailer that finally came out.
Yes.
It's super, I don't know, I liked it. I don't know if you did.
Reminds me of I can't think of the name.
Left 4 Dead?
No.
So-
XCOM.
XCOM, yeah.
That's what it reminds me of.
Like that tactic style movement.
Yeah.
I think it looks fun. I like the first trailer we initially got with like the pig looking at the duck because he's like, oh man, canned ham. The pig's like, man, that's fucked
Oh, I
up.
was thinking of the wrong trailer.
Okay, well, my thing about this trailer is the duck already has wings.
Yeah.
And then he grows another pair of wings on his back.
He's a mutant, man.
I know, but the fact that he's a talking duck isn't mutant enough?
What do you think of the turn-based style for this?
I like it. I've always been a big fan of turn-based stuff.
I don't really like turn-based unless they do it right.
Like a tactic style. Or XCOM.
You can
I-
stealth around.
I have long said that I prefer the non-combat parts of XCOM to
Right.
the combat parts of XCOM.
Like,
They are less boring to
that
me.
XCOM turn-based and Final Fantasy tactic style that they use in this is like, if I was ever to create a legitimate game besides maybe a beat 'em up, it would be using this style. Just because I like the idea of thinking about your next move.
But yeah, no, if they do it right, then it'll be really good.
Then we go to Death Garden. Ooh. Spooky.
Can't remember that
So
one very well.
I also don't remember. I know I looked it up too.
Blanks the mind.
One I actually
Oh, I
watched.
thought he was looking it up.
I
Def-
am.
Oh.
Death Garden.
You
Death.
saw houses.
No one fucking remembers it. It tells you it's good stuff.
It was a game. Hold on.
There's gardens and
There's
death.
gardens and death. Yeah.
And death and gardens.
Yes, I'm
So-
trying to think here.
Probably death gardens as well.
Garden.
Gardens with death.
Death Garden game. Okay, yep, okay, I know what it is now. It's supposed to be a combination, like, people say it's like a combination of, like, Limbo. It's like a black and white game. It's a runner. Yeah, okay.
Don't remember
Oh,
the
yeah.
trailer.
I vaguely remember it, and I think I skipped out early.
Oh, let me double check, because I just can't remember.
Maybe.
I think it's a Battle Royale game.
Maybe.
Oh!
Okay, I think I remember
Yeah.
It's a Battle Royale style game,
now.
okay.
I remember
That's
now.
what it
It
was.
was like Capture the Flag, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 I
It
remember
that.
Levi skipped out early.
It looks like a Battle Royale game, but it also reminds me of Dying Light,
Yeah.
because you can capture your opponents and if you're the hunter,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then just use them as traps.
Right.
So you said black and white, and I was like, is this like just like a dude just running through a garden or something with zombies?
Then we go to Exorcist, the Legion.
Oh.
This actually looks like a decent story-based game, but I'm pretty sure since it's VR, the execution won't be done that well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I do like how in the first trailer, you see that you pick up a cross and you put it in a case, and then progressively you just get more stuff in that case, but he always reaches for the cross first.
Yeah. It's one of those things, though. I just...
I was actually expecting a huge jump scare in the trailer.
So was
Because,
I.
you know, if you've seen the movie The Exorcist,
Just that face.
yeah.
You know.
It was part of that scary maze thing for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are you, you're the one who kind of gets scared about, like, I feel like you kind of,
The scary maze game, when it just popped up, yes, that scared me, but I have seen The Exorcist and I have been able to sit through it.
that's good.
It still freaked me the fuck
I was
out.
gonna say,
but-
Exorcist is probably the first movie, like, rated R movie I gotta watch, and I was like 7, and my dad's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, boy, and I was like, you did.
Like, beat the shit out of Kian while The Exorcist was playing.
It's just like, look at it. Yeah, no, that's how it felt.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Then we go into Sable, and I can't remember this game either.
It was sort of 2D, if I recall.
Let's take a
Very
look.
vibrant.
Yes, okay, yeah, I know what you're saying. It's a promising indie game that's supposed to be at E3.
I think it
Oh,
was
yeah.
Sort of a roguelike?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, it's a
I just
roguelike.
remember them flying
It's the
around
pretty
something
one.
that resembled pod racers.
Yeah.
It's
I
the
did-
pretty
I did actually
one.
remember this one just because of the art in it.
Yeah,
That's
they-
about it. That's
I
all.
was gonna say the art style looked really cool.
Yeah, I thought
Let
it
me-
looked cool.
Which leads us into the Strange Brigade gameplay trailer that they...
Skipping over.
This game
That-
is going to be fun.
Oh gosh, it does look fun.
Oh, it's just straight up dumb 1940s to 50s style, like, action shit
Yep.
going on. It's like akin to like those early horror movies with
Yeah.
really bad effects. I think this is fun. I think this is a possibility of being fun. If the game doesn't come out super buggy and it's like just this fun, like I think it could come out as a fun multiplayer co-op game.
Yeah.
Then we go into The Plague, A Plague Tale: Innocence.
You're basically protecting a kid
Oh, okay.
from
Oh.
rats.
Innocence wasn't its own thing.
No.
I know I tried to look it up and I was like, there's nothing here. I don't know what he's.
Plague story. Innocence.
Yeah, a bunch of rats just running around is all I got.
During
I have
the
a
plague times.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to watch out. Like the more people die, the more rats that come in.
I was gonna say,
I
how does
don't-
this
I
gameplay
think that's
supposed
how
to
that
work?
works. It's kind of like
I
how the
think it's
plague
just
You're
a
works.
conceptual
basic.
trailer.
Also-
You're basically just managing the black plague.
Did the lights retract the rats or something? That they
Yeah,
had, or-
I guess it's fire, so they don't want to burn. I'm guessing that's why they back away.
Yeah. Then we go to Greedfall, and
I
Do you
watched all of them, and I
Same,
can't
I can't
remember
remember
any of them.
No,
Don't either.
do you guys remember this game from a long fucking time ago? We watched a trailer a super long time ago.
Greedfall?
Greedfall.
oh,
Because
shit,
I compared
yeah.
it to like a colonial Witcher looking thing.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, man, I swear I've seen this like art before, and I was like, oh fuck, that's what this is. But it looks like they have armies
magical-
charging each other.
A magical retelling of the colonization of America.
That's honestly what it looks
That,
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed 3.
Which I'll give it, it's a unique setting, I guess.
Oh, Robot Chicken did it again.
1776.
Then we go into Insurgency Sandstorm. Oh, you guys are gonna do
Oh gosh.
Okay,
No. You can keep doing that. I was just trying to remember what the game actually was.
It's the military.
Oh, I thought you wanted us to do that.
It's the one where at the end, well, not at the end, but we watched a trailer on this too, because he tries to shoot a guy in the head, and then he doesn't have any fucking bullets in his guns. He's like, oh shit, and pulls out a pistol.
It was
Because I made so much fun of it.
Making fun of the physics and parts of the game too, if
Yeah.
I remember correctly. So this is like, it was an E3 thing that like, when we had so much shit at E3.
God dang, another shooter.
Yeah.
I'm so surprised.
Well, here's my thing. Some of these were actually E3 trailers, but we had to talk
Skipped
about
over.
the major shit on
Some
E3.
of them were E3.
Right, but we had so much other shit we needed to talk about.
No, I
E3.
got the messages too.
And then the video
Which
game
ones?
trailers, there weren't very many this week, so I'm just like, alright, time to go. What happened back at E3 that we didn't talk about?
I mean, a lot,
I
because
was wondering why all
most
these
of
were
them-
like a week ago.
Well,
2
because
weeks
again,
ago.
like after
we recovered the major things.
when
the big
E3 comes out, Zach, like there's like a week to 2 weeks of like no gameplay trailers because everyone's like, oh, these guys are probably fucking worn out, and they were.
Yeah.
Then we go into Wolfenstein Cyberpilot.
I didn't play this game, so I have no idea what's going on.
I
I'd
watched
love
this
the-
trailer on the assumption that it was going to be the same as Wolfenstein.
I can't wait for Titanfall 3.
Basically,
All I
Yeah.
got out of it was a
Nazis
giant
and
robot.
robots and
Yeah.
Titanfall
You
was
basically
good
get-
games. I like
yeah.
Titanfall.
Yeah. You basically just get to take control of the Nazi mechs.
Oh, that's
Like the
So is that going to be like its own
Fight-
separate mission? Or
It's a
something?
VR game, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure.
okay.
Yeah, it's like an offshoot. It's not.
It's a spin-off. It's not
Yeah.
I don't think it's canonical. Probably
it
not.
might be.
With the Wolfenstein universe, it probably could be. And
I don't
be
think
fine.
anyone cares about the canonical ability of Wolfenstein.
I'm sure
though.
someone does.
Yeah.
Probably.
Call of Cthulhu was the last one, and
That
this
one actually looked
is
really
very
good.
Interesting. It's like it's a mystery mixed with like.
No.
Or
Wait a second. We didn't watch a trailer for We Happy Few?
Mhm.
no.
No.
Oh, I must have just ventured off on my own.
What did you think?
Although
of
that's
the-
really weird because I was thinking of that game earlier today when I was
Yeah.
watching the trailers as well.
Well, We Happy Few was an interesting one because it was just supposed to be a non-linear story, and now there's three different characters you play as and stuff like that. So that's the interesting thing about that. It's apparently supposed to be a BioShock like spiritual successor. in
Is
a
that
way.
the one with the people that smile all the
Yeah.
time?
Yeah, it's like you take this joy drug and it makes you like
Yeah.
hallucinate,
Mhm.
and it makes you see something good when it's really something bad. Like I remember them beating a pinata, and then the dude snaps out of it. It's actually a dead dog
Oh,
in like the first trailer.
Yeah.
that's sad.
Yeah.
Why would you do that to a dog?
You guys didn't really talk about Call of Cthulhu. I'm sorry.
No.
It looks
It's
good.
It's a noir type of game, Zach.
Oh, I'm glad
That's
I know
why
what
I
that
don't-
term means now.
That's why I don't give a fuck about it.
It's interesting.
Probably try to play it.
I'm not a big fan of the Cthulhu mythos because I think it's kind of dumb in my personal opinion.
I think it is dumb.
Like, at a writing standpoint, when you reread what H.P. Lovecraft was like, he was like mega racist, super drug addict.
I
I'm
mean,
like,
I won't put that against his writing, really, but
no,
yeah.
I'll put some of that in.
At least it wasn't all a coma.
I feel like Cthulhu's not racist. He pretty much fucks anybody up.
Yeah. No, then we go into the news, and in the new Sonic movie, guys, he's going to be a cocky juvenile delinquent,
Oh,
as
isn't
in the
that
description
wonderful?
of what the movie's about.
So basically, almost every single depiction of Sonic ever.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that shitty cartoon one of you had us watch.
Sonic
they're-
X.
they're
No, Sonic
rockers.
Underground.
Yeah. That's what this reminds
They were
me
all
of.
voiced by Urkel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, if we can get an Urkel Sonic, I might actually go watch it.
Dude, if Jaleel White makes a guest appearance in that Sonic movie, I'd
They
be
probably
happy.
will.
They need to. Or they need to have him voice it. Like, that'd be dope.
Yep.
Like, what's he doing anyways? Like, you know?
Being hand.
Remakes of Urkel, since Roseanne did good.
Family Matters just comes
Don't
back.
Don't tempt the companies. Don't give them that
They're
idea.
nothing alike, but fuck it.
Right.
See,
So
Family Matters is actually a pretty dope show.
yeah, it really it took on some
Eh.
major choices that we didn't think about until nowadays. If you rewatch it.
Have you ever
So
seen
then-
Static Shock?
Fuck, you're
Static
talking
Shock
about
did that a
her.
lot.
Yeah, Nintendo and Disney will launch an upcoming game show with Nintendo Switch Family Showdown to broadcast on the Disney cable channel.
Get ready for Mario Kart Rage, everybody.
So it's basically what the idea is that it's
They're
using
playing Nintendo
this
games.
Switch party
with the
games.
Switch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Get ready for
Or,
Mario Kart
or like
10.
the idea is they're emulating some Switch party games.
Who knows?
Alright,
1, 2,
well,
switch.
if they're listening, I'll play their games for money.
Same.
I'll play 1, 2,
We
switch.
go as the Roshan Bros family. We
Our
just, like,
patriarch is Kian. He is our Hail Kian.
we go,
he is our
we
leader.
go up against 9-year-olds. Eli just pushes one down the stairs. Oh, guess he can't compete.
I'd fucking
Like he's
kick the
about to
shit
lose,
out of
just shoves
9-year-olds.
him.
Game-wise, I'm very, very competitive. It'd be like, this sick, dying cancer kid's last wish was to win at Mario Kart. I'd have to seriously be like,
He just blue
I
shells
really
him on the
want
third
to
lap.
win. I don't know.
Blue shows him on the third lap of the last course.
Yeah, I was just.
It
I
sounds
like,
terrible, but I'm really fucking competitive at some things.
The kid's about to get first place, and Eli comes in red shell out of nowhere.
no,
flips
it's just
him.
no. It's like one of those bullshit finishes where you're neck and neck, and then you just bump the person out, and you're first.
He's gonna at least make us be famous, and not have
Yeah, dude.
We'd be famous for the wrong reasons.
people would listen.
That's actually
People would listen to just write hate.
They
Yeah.
I
would
can't believe
click on
that
the-
Eli kid did that.
They would click on the video just so we could get a view, but yet just write something and not listen to it. Like every video, even the what the facts that Eli isn't part of, is just Eli fucking sucks. It's like, oh no.
Eli fucking cheats in Mario Kart.
Microsoft breaks Twitch live stream records for its E3 2018 Xbox press conference with 1.7 million views, turning it on in the platform. I think that's interesting because I think Xbox's, because I watched all the streams, I think Xbox's was the most well done out of all of them, and it showed a lot to me that made me excited about the upcoming year.
But are they partnered?
With Twitch? Are they really?
Are they?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Because if not, then they're not making that sweet money.
I get the joke. They definitely have a deal.
Yeah.
It's Microsoft. They're not missing out on money.
Right. But that's my thing, though. I think that's super interesting to have, like, because I thought, in the long run, I thought Microsoft's was theirs was just a lot better than everyone else's. Besides maybe Nintendo's, but Nintendo's was all pre-recorded, and it basically was all just about Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Sony fucked up with the, hey, let's build a church and then move you guys all out for a 20-minute hiatus. Like, they did bad. Square Enix's was okay. They
Did
didn't.
Square Enix show?
They showed Kingdom Hearts.
Well, I figured that. I thought they would show something else.
They showed they showed one trailer that we didn't end up talking about, but I really was interested in, called The Quiet Man, where he's a deaf guy. But the thing that made me irritated is like they're like, oh, see, this part's live action, this one's the game. Can you tell the difference? And we're like, yes, we can tell the difference.
Well, you just fucking told me, so yeah.
Is this the one that's supposed to be from the people that made Quantum Break?
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all they had. Because like I was expecting maybe some FF7, but they didn't even show that.
Nope.
So I don't think.
No, you got another decade on that game.
Yeah, probably.
It's a coming up.
So
It'll be the next Kingdom Hearts 3.
Probably.
video game studio Pled Dead announces the unprecedented release of Limbo and Inside for the Nintendo Switch, arriving for purchase this week. I liked Limbo, and if more people can get a hold of it, that's fine. It's not a child's game, so like moms who have Switches who think like Limbo
Just
looks
because
like
it's a kid doesn't mean that it's for kids.
no.
Binding of Isaac for all the kids.
Technically, it's T-rated, so
Really?
almost.
I think that game is fucked up. That's why I
What game?
don't play it. It's weird.
Binding of Isaac.
I've
A
never
lot
played
of
that.
biblical
His mother
stuff.
tries to kill him in like the
Dude,
first
it's-
5 seconds of the game. He's naked for all of it.
Hypothetically,
It's some
What?
It's some fucked up shit. Yeah.
yeah.
He's naked for the whole game. You get to run around playing as a naked little boy.
And you
What?
sleep in a pit with your dead cat at the end.
Depends which ending you unlock.
Rated teen.
What?
Yeah.
He cries tears as his attacks.
Yeah, and you sit with your dead cat. Like, I can't fucking make
What?
this up. Yeah. I can't fucking make this
Look it up.
But, so, another thing about Twitch, I know it was recorded last week, but again, we had a shit ton of news last week. So Ninja, our boy Ninja here, who broke Twitch's world record stream with Drake, lost 40,000 subscribers in the 2 days he was not on Twitch because he was doing Fortnite for charity.
I don't get why they would unsubscribe though.
But it's because he wasn't streaming.
He wasn't streaming. Like, if you were subscribed to, like, my friend Mitch does streaming and he gets paid for it too, kind of like how Brady does, but because he does PUBG and Fortnite, he gets paid a lot more because, like, that's more of the audience that they're looking at. So what he told me is like cause he's always on, like, every night, even if he has to work early in the morning, he's always on it. It's kind of like how John explained it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Twitch, you have to
You have
be
to constantly be there. Just
Whereas, like, unfortunately, this is why I like the YouTube platform, but sometimes the algorithm fucks us sometimes. Because, like, we'll have something that, like, will go viral for a little bit because we'll be the first ones to post about it. But then if we're, like, maybe 1 or 2 behind, we won't get as much traffic, which kind of sucks. But, he's like, I have to constantly do something. Like, if I don't, people will leave because I'm not playing for PUBG, and people will stay if I'm playing some other random game. It's a numbers game, and it sucks. So.
And I don't get it. Why you consistently watch this guy for so many days? Why would you just unsubscribe because he's not there for a day or two?
Because you don't want to give him the money.
Right. See, because like
if he's never
Twitch also
back.
involves just people paying with real money for the
Yes.
channels they're subscribing. That's like the one thing. Like, when you send people bits, you're literally sending them money. So like that's another thing that freaks me out about Twitch is like I don't think we could ever do a bro Twitch channel because like it's such a volatile kind of like economy in the Twitch area, and like I don't want to just play one singular game my entire time on a platform. If
you can do variety streams, it's just there's not.
It's a lot harder to do a variety stream.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't.
Audience, what you basically have to convince your audience from YouTube to follow you.
Right,
over
exactly. If our audience
and
ever
assume
got,
that at least 1/10 of them will.
Yeah, if our audience got big on YouTube, I would just bring a Twitch channel just for like, hey guys, come hang out and talk and have fun and things like that. But then again, you could just do a Discord channel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
Twitch is good for people that really have an idea of what they want to do. Whereas like
You
ours is like,
consistently do it.
right, because ours is like a multimedia platform where like it's the same kind of media, it's pop culture, but we do different things. Like we have random facts, we have top 10s, we have podcasts, and we have a web series being made. So there's so many different things, but it all groups together just in YouTube. So that's why I kind of like YouTube a lot better for us. I don't know about you guys, but it's like it's nicer to have like a thing, but we're not just on YouTube, we're also on like different podcast streaming services.
And I also feel like if you're doing it every fucking day, then for me at least, it would start to become a job.
Right.
I would not enjoy it. I would not want to do it.
Right. And
Whereas
see
we
that's
space this out over the week.
right.
So,
Right, and I space this stuff out over the week, and like if you guys would like to come do other stuff too, just let me know. That's perfectly fine. But I just think that like I like people who do Twitch because like that gives people hope that there's other things that you could do with your life,
Right.
and I think that's a great thing to have. But I also need to let people know that like it's not a best dream to have that I'm gonna stream video games for the rest of my life.
no.
Don't ever think that, but like think that people will actually watch this because like I never thought people would listen, and I never thought people would like watch the shit I do, but they do and they like it.
I mean, even on YouTube, you can't assume that you're gonna do that for the rest of your life.
Right, and I never assumed that with this, but
Yeah.
like after seeing people's positives for like things that we have done,
Yeah.
it makes me excited for like what we can do. So good job, Ninja, for losing 40,000 subscribers. I don't
It's
think
not
you're.
like it's gonna hit him that hard.
Oh no, dude, he's still making money left left and right.
Even if he wasn't, he has enough to fucking retire, probably.
So the DLC microtransactions for Fallout 76 will just be cosmetic, and all the DLC will be for free.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
That makes it interesting. I'm actually really glad about this.
Something, yeah.
Also with this, Bethesda's way of stopping PvP bullying in the game is just like, you know how death claws don't follow you after a certain amount of yards or whatever?
Yeah.
They're going to try to do that with players who have been constantly killed by the same person. I don't know how. Man,
Can't get that close to you?
Turns out there's just like a random
But if you
Pokemon out of
have
nowhere.
guns, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
You
That's
can't
like,
auto lock onto that same person you've been killing.
He just
I don't know.
auto-locks to
I don't
somebody
know how
else.
there's
There's
Yeah.
iron sights
a mile
now that
away.
you might not need.
Right. I don't know how they're supposed to do that. Like, it's just, I don't know.
We
If
need
they're,
more
if they're trying to
details.
stop, if they're trying to stop PvP bullying, that's great. Like, I think that's like great to have. I think it'd be shitty to have
I
this
mean,
game.
it is what it is. If you go into PvP, you should expect it. You should expect someone who literally put the last 48 hours of their life into this game
Right.
Just to kill you.
fucking kick your ass.
But you don't lose stuff either. So I mean, like, I can understand. Like, yeah, see, but there's no loss and no gain by killing people. It's just there.
It's literally just you killing them to ruin their day.
Yeah.
I don't
So-
even know why they'd add it into their fucking game at that point.
Bethesda's back with them lawsuits.
Oh gosh.
Bethesda
Are we getting into the
files
lawsuit
a-
section of this?
We're getting into one lawsuit. We're gonna sprinkle these lawsuits in.
I think we should just handle them all at once.
Bethesda files suit against Behavior Interactive and Warner Brothers Entertainment, claiming the Westworld game
Oh
is
yeah.
a ripoff of Fallout
Shelter.
They didn't invent that game, Stein?
No, but they use the same assets. That's what they're going with.
Do they? Did they?
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Mm.
That actually might be a legit thing.
Because the
then.
developers were working with Bethesda, and then when they left, they took those assets with them.
But did Bethesda have like copyright for said
Probably.
assets? Okay.
Well, it's the earlier versions of Shelter because they have the same bugs in the Westworld game. That's how
Okay.
they caught on to it.
Wow. Okay.
I remember fixing these bugs. Wait a second.
That's a little fucked up now. Yeah. Okay, you're right. You know, they have a legit taste then. You know what? Go after him, Bethesda.
Thank you, Gil, for bringing light to this situation.
Well, I read the article and I was like trying to like figure out. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, if they have maybe rights to the assets, very understandable. But if it's a company that had the rights to those assets that was developing it, do they not? You know what I mean? You feel where I'm coming from now? So then we go into Bethesda says a rep for the Wolfenstein says Bethesda's open to making more Switch titles come to the Switch, which is super cool. And I mean, but the Switch's frame rate isn't that much, is it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I know it does pretty well, and I'm not entirely sure on its specs.
I think that I think that the specs might become the hindrance on it later on.
It's not. I know it does high def. I just don't think it does 4K.
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 Yeah, 4K.
I love that weird stuff.
Okay. Well, Assassin's Creed, Eli, fill in your naval combat. We'll have some naval combat, and you get to fight sharks. Excited? I know you love fighting. You love the ocean. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, Ubisoft also is creating Skull and Bones. Do you think that maybe that it won't be the naval combat won't be as good because they're working on like Skull and Bones?
Is Ubisoft making it or publishing it?
I think they're never mind. They're publishing it. Just kidding.
Okay, that's what I was like. I don't know if they're.
As PlayerUnknown Battleground celebrates the milestone for 50 million copies sold, the Battle Royale Blockbuster is attempting to invite more players by hosting its first ever sale. So after 50 million copies,
Douchebags.
they PUBG announced that the jaw-dropping $400 million gamers are signed up to across Xbox, PC, Android, iOS, and PUBG, helping 87 million fans play with a sprawling deathmatch each and every day. The company may be in the mindset of suing biggest rival Fortnite for copyright infringement, but it hasn't stopped Brendan, PlayerUnknown Green, from being able to look proudly at his creation. Shipping 50 million copies is a big step for the game, and to sweeten up the deal, PUBG Corp is slashing the price on Steam. which is shitty for people who bought it.
Yeah.
Right away. And one thing that blows my mind is that Epic created the Unreal Engine that PUBG is played on. Yeah,
Oh,
no, look it
God.
up. Epic made the Unreal Engine, and
We're supposed
PUBG.
to come back around to that.
Well, Epic made it public to the people.
Oh.
Like that's why anyone can use the Unreal Engine. It's just kind of like the irony of like the person you're suing the person that gave you the asset to create your game.
Yeah.
Like
It's super scummy.
that is super scummy.
It's
We're just
all-
getting all
It's
sorts
all
of levels of
scummy.
scum
I mean,
right
after
here.
50 million copies sold, he's like, I guess now we can lower the price a little bit.
To a
like-
not complete
yeah.
game. That's the thing that
It's
fucking
still
gets me.
not complete.
No.
No,
No.
probably
It's-
won't be.
Well, officially, I think it is.
Is it?
Oh,
Because
maybe so.
they completed. Yeah, because I thought it officially released or before it came out for Xbox, so that it could come out for Xbox.
I have no idea. I thought it was never completed.
I don't think it did.
You can look it up. I don't know. I was pretty sure they did that so that they could come out in an Xbox bundle, and then Xbox had the exclusive rights to PUBG, and it was just the worst fucking optimized thing I've ever seen.
That's awful. Like I just
Wow.
yeah. So they're talking about making a Judge Dredd game. Developer and 20,080 rights holder Rebellion reveals that there could be an announcement for a new Judge Dredd game coming very soon. And I can only imagine what that game would be
Judge
like.
Dredd?
Yeah. You never heard of Judge Dredd?
There was a newer movie, but it's also isn't it comics originally?
Yeah, it's a comic.
Okay.
And a really shitty movie with Sylvester Stallone and Rob Schneider in the 90s.
Alright, there we go. I knew there was another movie, but I've never seen
They
it.
made Judge Dredd clones out of Sylvester Stallone, and he has an evil twin brother that's the death judge. It's weird.
It's not the one where you play as a lawyer, is it? Or am I thinking of
Phoenix Wright.
Yeah.
It's early access.
Okay, so it's early access.
I just heard Judge Dredd. I was like, wait a
Dredd,
second, is
Phoenix
that?
Wright.
I was
So
say,
Pub-
wait a second, is that?
Why?
Because Judge. Forget.
Phoenix Wright is an attorney, though.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, courtroom.
No, it's not a courtroom drama. He'd shoot everyone in. No,
I'll look it up later.
I'd actually be super excited for a Judge Dredd game. I don't know if you would.
Jury Dredd.
Would you be excited for a Judge Dredd game if they made it like a third-person shooter, like Mad Max style?
I'd want to see it first,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. But
What about
maybe.
you, Gil?
Hmm?
Have you heard of the Judge Dredd?
Yes.
They're making a game.
Didn't they already make one?
I don't think they did.
Let's see here.
Actually, I think it was in a Super Nintendo.
Hold on, let's see.
I think that's the last Judge Dredd game I remember. And that was actually a shitty port from the arcade game with Sylvester Stallone, I think.
Yeah, there was a few video game adaptations.
Really? Okay, see, I had no
Dread
idea.
vs. Death on the PC, PlayStation 2, and Xbox.
Wow, yeah, I had no idea with some of these games.
Also GameCube, never mind.
Oh, sweet. So, super cool news though. The starting roster for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is as small as the original N64, which will feature only 12 total fighters. And I think it's the original fighters that are the 12.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to unlock everyone. This is gonna be a hoot.
Oh boy.
Unless you have special amiibos to unlock. I'm kidding.
No, I mean probably.
Yeah.
This is in Smash?
All I
Yeah.
know is that he's not gonna be able to unlock anyone.
Me?
You,
Why not?
because you don't know how to Switch.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna say, why can't I unlock anyone?
That and because every
I'm
time
not that bad.
Every time anyone in our, between you, me, and Brady and Ty has tried to unlock anyone, I've been the one that they hand out the
I
control
thought I
to.
unlocked Game & Watch for us.
I think that's the only one you did.
That's because I just really wanted to play as Game & Watch.
Yeah, that's the reason you got him.
Yeah, because I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Like, Zach, just go. Just go.
And then I got his Game & Watch and I spammed him before I figured out the joys of Little Mac.
You just
Microsoft and Nintendo start cross-platforming Minecraft play with aplomb, while PlayStation players have to sit in the sidelines and watch.
I mean, same with PUBG, not PUBG, Fortnite.
Fortnite, yeah, which goes into the Sony exec saying the only reason they don't want to do that because it loses them money.
That's what one of their former,
Former reps said,
Yeah.
which is, man,
which they, Xbox released a trailer for Minecraft that was just a giant middle finger.
yeah. Like, it's games like that, like Fortnite's free to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a free battle royale game.
You're not gonna lose any money.
You're not losing any money if you cross-platform that.
Maybe on the skins, and that's just kind of a
What?
stretch.
And that is what it is. It's the same thing with like Minecraft. Like in Nintendo, you get Mario skins, and in Xbox, you'll get a Master Chief skin. It's whatever. It's just those games. Literally, to me, are just like those are just free-to-play dumb games. Like
You can have fun with them. Why
you're
not?
not losing money. Like I can understand like Call of Duty maybe not wanting to do that kind of stuff.
See, but I mean, when it comes to microtransactions, the market is just fucking huge, though.
Right.
So I mean, I don't know.
So Eli, GameSpot is looking for buyers for a struggling company after the stock prices continue to tank and competition increases with online retailers. GameStop, I see that you want to trade in your company. I'll give you $7 and $8 in GameStop credit if you have your card.
Yeah, no shit.
$350.
$350.
That's the best I can give you.
I'm gonna be
Take it or
real.
leave it.
$350 and I'll slap you.
I'm gonna be real.
Back
I'm
of my
not
hand.
sad about this. I'm sad about the people who might lose their jobs. Like
Yeah.
I'm sad about that, but like also some of the GameSpot employees have been douchebags to me in past times, so like maybe I'm not as sad.
They're good ones though.
There
I think
are,
that just comes with every job, though.
Yeah,
Or
so
every
it comes
place.
with any place.
but I feel like the GameSpot employees do really try to hit
GameStop.
hard. GameStop.
Stop.
Okay, I was like, GameSpot's a website.
Yeah.
Yeah. GameSpot did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
know
the
what?
one where they mail you the games?
That's
It's
GameFly.
Gamefly.
No, that's the thing though. Like, I want to feel bad, but I don't want to feel bad because it's just kind of like, they fucked me over so many times. Like, I bought a game and then just was like, I didn't like it, or I beat it in under 8 hours, and I was like, I don't want this anymore. And they're like, $20 for this $60 game you bought yesterday. I'm like, oh, fuck you, games. Oh man.
They ended up once giving me the wrong game.
What game was that?
I don't remember, but I still have it, and I'm still a little mad about it.
You pre-ordered a game?
No, I went in there, got a game at full price, and it was not the game I wanted.
It was like they gave you the.
They gave me the right case. They gave me the wrong game.
I think I remember that. I think I was with you when that happened.
You just
so.
never turned it.
Yeah,
Because I never noticed until like a year later. I'm
Was
like,
that the Storm Lake
oh.
one?
What?
Was that the Storm Lake one?
I don't remember. I just remember opening it and like, that's not the game.
I feel like
Well,
it
fuck.
was.
Anyway, I don't know who the fuck to buy their company, because
Amazon.
it is a dying business.
Just destroys it.
Yes, I don't know what the fuck
Amazon style.
Amazon would do with it, but
Amazon Gaming. Physical stores.
So, speaking to the Telegraph, Hideo Kojima told players.
Okay, repeat that whole thing.
Speaking to the Telegraph,
Okay.
Hideo Kojima told players that he doesn't care how famous an actor is, and as it stands, he's only interested in crafting his own little Death Strange bubble. So that's actually interesting. He doesn't also see this game as art; he just sees it as a game. Kojima, I don't think Kojima's ever been like an the guy who sees
Artiste.
it as artiste. He sees it as, yo, this is a game I want to make. No matter how fucking crazy it is, you can use fetuses to light up your lamp. I don't know. It just happens.
What games has he
That's- He's done all the Metal Gear series and Death Stranding.
Besides Metal Gear Revengeance.
And the newest one.
And the newest one. And I believe also the PSP port games.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he's basically been crazy science military man.
Didn't he also do some of the work with Silent Hill?
He was going to, but
Yeah. that's
Konami
right.
shut it down. 'Cause
He hasn't done it in the past?
Kojima was going to do Silent Hills with Norman Reedus, who is now in this game.
And people are just thinking that he wants Norman Reedus because Norman Reedus is super popular.
Which he doesn't.
He does. I don't think someone like that would.
I don't think Kojima cares. Kojima
he
just
just
wants to
think-
make a good game. And
I'm pretty sure they're friends too.
Yeah, and he's friends. I think he's also friends with Matt Nicholson too, the other guy that's in the game.
Nice.
Like Kojima's a crazy man though.
But he is fun to have at a party.
He's a crazy person because like if he has a vision, he will like berate the people who.
This baby, it's a battery now. Here you go.
No, he really will. Like I've read articles on like Kojima being verbally abusive to his staff and shit like that. But like, if he has a I'm in the people in the belief of like, if you have a vision, and you're not driven, like that makes you driven in my mind. Like, if anyone's like, Hideo Kojima made that game, and, you know, people will be like, actually, there's like, developers and stuff that made that game. I'm like, nah.
Hideo
Kojima made that game. Like, yeah, there's developers.
He rang them of their blood,
Yeah.
sweat, and tears to
So,
give
like,
you this.
That's the one thing, like, everyone's like, but, like, other people made that game too. I'm like, no, this is definitely a Kojima game. Like, he may not have typed the code, but when he looks at it, he's like, it looks like shit. They'll cry.
Do it again.
They'll cry and recode it, and that's a Kojima game.
Just throwing computers on the fucking ground.
So,
over! This is not good enough! Dishonor on your family!
get over here! So Pokemon Go finally introduced like friends and trading and stuff.
Which they did a horrible job of.
Don't tell me, because I have no idea what happened.
I'd like to find out, but my phone can no longer get Pokemon Go.
That's very solid phone.
Why not?
It's outdated.
Oh.
The only things you can
Supported
share
anymore.
multiples of throughout the entire day is Pokemon that you both already have. Anything that one player doesn't have, a shiny or any other thing else, is called a special trade, and you can only do one of those a day. So, and the whole point with Pokemon and trading is to get stuff you don't already have.
Kind of makes me happy I don't have this game
I
anymore.
don't play Go, so like thank you for being the Go expert here.
I just heard a lot of rants about this, and I can agree with those rants because that is the whole basis of the game.
From Brady and everyone else.
Gotta
Brady
catch 'em
and
all,
John and
catch 'em
Kane.
all, catch 'em
Because the whole point of any Pokemon game is, the trading aspect as far as that goes, is to build relationships and get something new out of it too.
Trading and, you know, the battling.
Yeah,
That
but
they-
that's not coming
They
anytime
showed
soon.
in all their fucking trailers.
We all know we're not getting that
I know.
anytime soon.
I'm just, again, making that fucking point.
Yeah.
Like, listen, Niantic, you did a good job for parts of Pokemon Go. Like, your release was shitty. In your mid-time, you did pretty well. You got people to still go to your Pokemon Go festival or whatever. Now you're giving them some shitty trading system. Like, I know it's not, like, all 100% Niantic's fault, but at the same time, yeah.
They could do so much better.
Oh, man. It's just, like... I think it's a big middle finger after seeing Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And, like...
All the work that went into that.
and then
Mm.
seeing that, like...
You can finally trade.
And then, like, you see how the trading system is working, and it's just, like...
You can only kind of trade.
I don't even know if I'm sad about that, because, like, I'm not mad, because I don't play it, and, like... I don't know. Like, apparently it's a lot of just the American audience that's mad. Like, Japan still, like... The reason Pokemon Go is thriving so much is Japan pays up the butt for microtransactions there.
Dang.
Because because they're more walking around. Japan is such a tight knit state, anyways.
Well, even Russia is a lot more microtransaction based.
Yeah, and so they're legitimately playing it, and they're doing what the game was meant to be. It's meant to be a social interaction game.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, you're here, it's not really. It's just a bunch of your friends and you just walking around. Not
Yep.
talking to anyone.
Well, I mean, maybe in
Possibly
some
walking
of
the
the
polls.
bigger cities, but
Yeah, here.
not in fucking
Iowa.
Iowa, yeah.
Like, you'll run into somebody and question whether or not they'll shoot you.
I feel like that's the bigger city scale.
Well, I mean, I don't have that problem. I'm white.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have that problem if you go to, like...
Yeah, in the bigger
Yeah,
cities.
city.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I stay out in the boonies.
So, I forgot to put this with the other Smash one, but at least rumors that at least a half a dozen more characters are coming to the Nintendo Switch game.
I could
Do
see
you think
that.
that means it's just trophies?
DLC probably, because
Oh, yeah.
they got
Super Switch
a bunch of
Bros.
DLC in the last one.
Do you think that Waluigi will be a DLC character?
Considering the outcry for him, probably.
Probably.
And I wouldn't mind.
Do you think Bomberman would end up being a DLC
No,
character?
they already
too?
have him as a trophy.
But then Waluigi is a trophy.
Well, I mean, he's an assist. Is Waluigi an assist?
He's an assist trophy.
Yeah, then I don't know.
They used him as the, like, you could beat the shit out of assist trophies thing. They did Waluigi dirty.
But one will be Noctis.
Probably.
Yeah, I can see it.
I'd actually not be surprised if they actually put, like, a Tekken character, too. As well, like a Bandai
Because,
Namco.
yeah, Bandai Namco is
Yeah,
involved in
Namco.
this.
They could always add a second, like, Street Fighter as well.
Ken,
They get
an Echo
Chun-Li.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, if anything, yeah, it's like, you'd be an Echo.
It'd be like Dan Hibiki and Ken as the Echo characters, and maybe Akuma. It's just like, see, guys, you get 3 new characters in one. You pieces of shit.
They're
No.
microtransactions.
But like, that's the thing.
It's
like,
just gonna be all the different forms of Mega Man. 6 different Mega
as
Man.
like his Echo characters.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't mind that. I think that'd be a nice way of including them.
Yeah, but I like
As
his
a DLC, though, when you promise 6 new characters and it's just all Mega Man,
Yes.
it'd be
I
pretty
like-
fucking
see, but that's the
disappointing.
thing.
One of them will be Mega Man 0, and he will only use his sword.
I like Mega Man's Final Smash ending with the homage to all the Mega Mans shooting a cannon with you.
Yeah. Now they included Proto Man and Base.
I like it, except that it
That's
sucks.
weird. Like, you think it would introduce
So hard.
You think it would introduce Zero though?
I think since it's the original Mega Man, they're going with his allies.
Allies?
Yeah.
I thought they were enemies.
Proto Man's. That whole series is convoluted. Proto Man's technically your brother.
Yeah, no. Did you know that Mega Man, the first Mega Man, was supposed to be set in 2020?
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of figured it'd be somewhere around this time because it's 20XX.
Yeah. The original Mega Man game was set in 2020.
Where are our robots?
Yeah.
Where are our flying cars?
Elon Musk is working on it. Calm down.
So
Work faster, Elon Musk. Work faster.
You need to just like launch a car into space.
no, Microsoft confirms that VR technology won't be showing up in any current or upcoming Xbox cancels for the foreseeable future, which is understandable.
Fine with that.
Yeah, I'm kind of not against it. But one thing that I didn't bring up, that Microsoft bought out a couple of companies this year. They talked about at E3. Microsoft confirms plans for State of Decay 3, and they bought out the company who made the first 2 games. And they also bought out Ninja Theory.
Yeah, that's right.
The game, the characters, the people from Dead or Alive. And that's our next story. People are mad about Ninja Theory explaining why there's not geophysics in Dead or Alive, the new game. And Dead or Alive says they want it to show that it's more of a competent fighter than just some gag thing. But my thing is...
That's fair. I do look at it as a gag.
Yeah.
You built your whole Empire franchise on jiggle physics.
On jiggle physics.
You're telling me you're gonna throw it out and think people will see it as a competent fighter?
I honestly...
You're darn wrong they won't.
It is an actual competent fighter when you take
It
out the
is,
jiggle
but
physics.
they already
It's just-
built it on the jiggle physics. You
I'm
think people will complain more about the jiggle physics than see it as a competent fighter?
I'm gonna be the reverse John Dean on this, and I'm say I'm okay with this. That is actually my complaint on all the Dead or Alive, was the hypersexualization of characters, because it was legitimately a competent 3D fighter that I liked parts of it better than I liked Tekken.
And then you
love
can't
Tekken.
play it in front of your mother.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like, my mom would never buy it for me. I'd have to have my dad. 'Cause my dad's like, "Hey, he's a teenager, it'll be fun."
He's like, son, I understand.
Yeah. Mom's like, "Yeah, no, this is provocative." Dad's like, "Don't worry, I got you."
Did your dad also get you Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball?
No, I actually got that myself, and I don't know how.
What do you mean you don't know how?
I just went to movie gallery when that was still a thing, and they're like, "Okay, here you go."
Like
It
for
seems
free?
about right, yeah.
Not for free.
Movie gallery, you could rent
Oh.
games.
And then he never brought it back, and no one questioned why.
Why is the container so sticky?
Out of business now, so it doesn't matter.
Although he was to remain on the board of directors, he was eventually removed from the role. Marlin Independent says that the Telltale's former president Bruner is now suing Telltale's over breach of contract after being let go from the company and its board of directors. Telltale has been known for doing some shady shit, so this isn't surprising to me, but it kind of sucks, I guess.
So they unceremoniously took out their own head, and then...
Yeah.
Ah.
They replaced him with the guy who does the Farmville games.
Oh,
Remember?
that's douchey. Why would you want him?
I don't know. Now we go into some questions, and
Because they're not real games, just like Telltale games.
they're just stories. Like, that was actually one of the questions someone had. If there was a piece of media you'd like to see turned into a Telltale Games, what would it be? Sorry, Eli.
The Witcher?
Really?
The Witcher could do good. It's very story driven. It could do good as a Telltale game.
Okay. Do
The
you have
hell is
one
a
yet?
Telltale?
So it's like a
The Wolf Among Us.
point and click
There's
adventure.
There's
Oh.
a Batman one. Yeah, basically.
Okay. I get you now.
Telltale's The Walking Dead.
I do Dragon Slayer. Bring back some 80s nostalgia.
But yeah, basically, I think The Witcher would do good because you just click and then there'd be a badass cutscene.
Percy Jackson.
Okay, no, I like that.
Because, I mean, the original run is like 5 books.
Yeah.
They usually only do 5
Yeah,
seasons.
that'd be really good.
Or 5
I don't
stories.
think they couldn't do a book, a game, or an episode though.
They probably could. Because
They
You'd
wouldn't
have
do
to
a- well,
you'd have to
they
shorten
wouldn't
it
do a
up.
book an episode though. Each episode is 5, but it goes into a season. So like you could do a chapter episode and then have that be a season,
Oh,
or you could do 1 or 2 chapters together and have it be a season.
you could just probably have a whole book a season.
So the weirdest crossover I ever thought was seeing
Oh.
Freddy Krueger.
Is this the next question?
Yeah, I didn't know.
What
if you
about
had one.
Zach?
Zach, do you have one?
Fuck you.
No, I didn't know.
You
Zach
have good
didn't look
opinions.
like he had one, so I was like,
That's fine.
no. Do you have one?
Not really. No.
Okay.
Doing math.
And read the questions
And
before
then-
you just start
hold
answering.
Hold on, Eli. Glasses are off.
He
My
turned
wife.
the WWE 2018 into a Telltale game, and it would be just awful. I can't
How
see,
how to get to the ring?
I cannot see that doing
Walk
well.
to the ring.
Okay, so
No, turn around.
Shit, this is the janitor's closet.
No, turn around.
Final.
How am I outside?
So the weirdest.
Scout anyway.
Sorry. So the weirdest cameo I've ever seen in a game is Kratos being in Soul Calibur. What's the weirdest cameo you've ever seen in a game or anything other kind of media?
Well,
Oh, Solid Snake, definitely in Smash Bros. Still kind of a weird character just to put in there. I guess, like, for me, everyone else, like, Bayonetta to me makes sense because it's weird, goofy, and outlandish. Like, all the other characters are kind of, like, weird, goofy, and
Solid
outlandish.
Snake in Smash Bros.
yeah, I can understand
It's pretty
that.
fucking weird.
Yeah. That is weird. That's a weird...
Because it's not, I'm not going to call him super serious like Metal Gear, but compared to, like, the rest of the cartoony characters,
Yeah, it's a weird
Yeah.
cameo.
Solid Snake fucking kills people.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's a weird cameo appearance to me. Where I'm just like, it's fun, but it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that one.
I'm trying to think of the weird cameos I've seen.
I guess the first Final Fantasy characters that were in Kingdom Hearts, like Titus's children and stuff, was kind of weird. Because Kingdom Hearts 10 came about the time Kingdom Hearts 1 came out. Final Fantasy 10 came out about the same time Kingdom Hearts came out. That was a little weird.
Eh,
I don't know why, but at first I thought Alien and Mortal Kombat 10 was weird, but then I remember there was a walking lizard.
Reptile.
Yeah, so I was just like, I
mean,
guess it's not the weirdest
Jason
thing.
in Mortal Kombat's pretty weird.
So it's, I think
Since he's
Leatherhead
not
was the
fucking
worst.
mortal.
Yeah.
Or Freddy Krueger.
That kind of makes sense because like Outworld
Yeah.
has different realms and dimensions. Any live action character in Dying Light, because that game is just weird to begin with already. Not Dying Light. 7 Days. No, it's that game where you can play as like a banshee and stuff. It's like how Evolve played.
Left for Dead?
No,
Dying. Yeah, it is Dying
it's
Light.
Dying Light. Okay.
No. Gosh, what is it?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. We forgot. Speaking of Jason, thank you for reminding me, Go. That was actually an article. Because of legal disputes on whether or not Jason is owned by the original writer of Friday the 13th, we will no longer have DLC for the Friday the 13th game for the future.
Oh,
What I
that's
mean about that is that, like,
shitty.
that's shitty to me though too. It's like, I hate these copyright disputes though.
Yeah,
But, like-
it does seem dumb.
Yeah, like, I can understand if you trademarked Jason, you know what I mean? But it
Yeah.
doesn't seem like you did.
Yeah.
I wasn't ever gonna play that game anyway, so.
I know, I thought it would look fun. Do you have any weird characters, Gil?
Trying to think and I just can't.
It's not so much weird because it almost makes sense, but like in GTA 5, you can have one of your, I think it's your grandparents, be John Marston.
What?
Red Dead.
Really?
Yeah, you can have one of your ancestors be John Marston.
Hmm.
When you're picking up, when you make your online character.
That's actually really cool though. It's like a nice one.
And it's not so much weird because it's like, yeah, they're made by the same company
That
and
just
stuff,
adds-
but it's kind of like,
Can you
Dead by
like
Daylight.
Death by Daylight? Can you have Max Payne be? Oh, that'd be cool.
That just adds to the theory, though.
Rockstar
John
make
Mars.
Yeah, Rockstar made the
Jesus.
third one.
That
I
just
don't know. There's
adds-
been some weird cameos, but I can't really.
That just
I don't know.
adds to the theory.
Battletoads in
Well,
Killer Instinct,
yeah,
and the
no.
Arbiter in Killer Instinct was kind of a weird cameo. I don't know.
Yoda in Killer Instinct,
Soul Calibur.
or whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Wasn't Darth Vader also?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Darth
Soul
Vader
Calibur
makes
for-
sense. He'd fight people. Yoda is just like, he left to go do a contest for this demon sword. Don't know why he did it.
Force Ghosts told him to. I
Yeah.
can't think of it. I know I'll think of something after the fact.
Do you
but
think
no.
it would be like Obi? They would have chose like Obi-Wan Kenobi as like
Yeah.
the character for the
Or
Xbox
Luke.
or Luke. I don't think they do Luke though because that's Star Killer.
Luke has a green.
He has a green light. I don't think that matters. Well, it did kind of matter. The reason why they did it is because they wanted to make sure they knew which one was an Xbox exclusive and which one was. The
Yeah, and he dresses in that all black outfit, so black and green. And that's Xbox.
And Star Killer had the blue lightsaber. You can actually switch the colors.
Yeah,
I think the standard was white.
Switch. Star
Yeah.
Killer? No, it's blue.
Really?
Star Killer standard was blue because they wanted to do the 3 colors of lightsabers, not counting Samuel L. Jackson's magenta. So that's been our news, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you would like.
You thought of anybody?
Is that other questions?
Yeah.
We just had two.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Have a good night.
Later.
Later.